Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting updates. Starting with Dembele, as the winger will not leave Barca for PSG by activating release clause. Both clubs are set to negotiate, according to a new report. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about this report claiming that Barca wanted this PSG superstar Marco Verratti as part of the Dembele deal, but the player is Saudi Arabia bound. We are also going to be discussing that. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up till the very end. In a major development, Marca is reporting that Ousmane Dembele will not join PSG by activating his 50 million euro release clause. Instead, he wants Barcelona to negotiate with the Ligue 1 champions and come to an agreement over a transfer. Furthermore, it is even suggested that Dembele will travel to Las Vegas from Dallas with the rest of the squad tonight, after it had been speculated that the Frenchman might not be on the flight later tonight. Dembele has a release clause worth 50 million euros in his contract with Barca and could leave by unilaterally activating it. And with a contract agreeing in place with PSG, it was expected that the clause will be activated before midnight, as the value of the exit clause have now risen to 100 million euros this August 1st. Dembele's agent, Musa Sissoko, was believed to have even spoken with La Liga to accelerate the procedure. So let's talk about Dembele's camp requesting Barca to negotiate with PSG. Ousmane Dembele wishes to depart from Barca on amicable terms and does not want to part ways by unilaterally triggering his 50 million euros release clause. In fact, ROAC1 is reporting that the 26-year-old's entourage has sent Barca a letter requesting the club to negotiate with PSG, which would suggest that the winger might not leave right away. The claim is thus in line with what Marca is now reporting, and it appears that Dembele will be flying to Las Vegas with the squad. The Frenchman is understood to have informed Barca director Matteo Alemany and former official Jordi Cruyff that he does not wish to unilaterally trigger the release clause and is now following up on the same. In fact, building on that, Gerard Romero now has stated that the 50 million release clause will not be activated today, as all documents are not even ready yet at this time. As such, following Dembele's request, Barcelona will enter into negotiations with PSG over a transfer. Of course, the Dembele saga continues to make a lot of headlines out there. Of course, Dembele and his agent Sissoko are really pushing for that move, and we can see that Dembele is really open to leaving. Because when this rumor did start, I quite remember there were a lot of people who were not believing, and they were saying it's fake, it's all rumors and so on. But we can see that with time, we see reliable sources bringing out this about Dembele to PSG, and now we are already in the 1st of August, and I'm happy. And do you know why I'm happy? I'm happy because at least Dembele's value will be 100 million. Because Barca have really suffered in the past when it comes to selling players. They will buy players very stupidly. And I hope that Dembele leaves for that 100 million. Because yesterday, there was a lot of panic that, look, this guy is going to leave this club for just 50 million. Right? And we know this is a guy who Barca spent about 110 million buying him from Borussia Dortmund some 6 years ago. Definitely, it couldn't have been good if Barca sold him so cheap for 50. And definitely, Barca will be now more happier as that time has expired and Dembele now his release clause have doubled up to 100 million. And most of that, there is nothing like Dembele will pocket half like it was the case when it was a 50 million release clause. This time around, it's all about 100 million meant for Barca and Barca alone. So PSG are currently pushing for negotiations. Of course, yesterday Sissoko sent letter to Barca requesting the club to start negotiating with PSG, as from all indications, Dembele's mind has been made up and he wants to leave Barca for PSG. Let's forget all about all this loyalty stuff, right? Is this not a very Dembele some months back we'll be talking about? Yes, he's happy to stay. He wants to extend the contract. He's already in talks. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. In fact, all those things were all talk. Of course, money have come and motivated him to change his stance, and he's now pushing for a move. He knows what he benefits going to PSG monetary wise. Xavi will be definitely disappointed, as many Barca fans out there will be disappointed. But what can we do? It is what it is. When Neymar left in 2017, exactly in the same way, PSG coming paying release clause. Yeah, it was very hurtful, but this time around, we have already seen the worst in the past, so I don't think it should be something of a burden. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, as speculation surrounding Ousmane Dembele and his future at Barca continue to do the rounds, Marca has come up with an interesting revelation on the matter. Dembele and PSG are, already understood to have an agreement about 5-year contract, and the move seemed imminent after it appeared that his 50 million release clause was set to be activated. But as things stand, the possibility is no longer on the table, as the Frenchman has asked for the two clubs to negotiate a transfer fee instead of leaving by activating an exit clause. Furthermore, with the 50 million euros release clause expiring yesterday, there does not appear to be enough time to get all the paperwork in order. As such, the two teams are now set to enter into negotiations to discuss an agreeable transfer fee over the transfer. Now, Marca is reporting that Barca were interested in acquiring the services of Marco Verratti as part of a deal that would see Dembele move to PSG. Veratti is a player that has been admired by Barca for a very long time, which is not a surprise considering the quality that the Italian international boasts of. So there was consideration about asking PSG to include him in any possible deal for Dembele. However, those plans were shelved as soon as Saudi Arabia entered the picture, with the Italian international now believed to be on its way to the Middle East. Reports suggest that the midfield mainstay is set to sign a 3-year contract with Al Hilal, which ends any thoughts of Barca asking for him in the deal for Dembele. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.